So very good morning, dear student. I hope first session I have given you entire format regarding computation of assessable value. After assessable value, I think we have already learned how to charge the custom duty, how to charge the GST, and how to get the total value of goods imported. But to arrive to that assessment value or assessable value, that is very, very important. See, what we have assumed that assessable value, that goods has been imported and it is there at our dockyard. And from there, we started charging the duty, which is in the country of or in the importer's country. So you have seen only to the part of importers countries taxation and costing, etc. What about countries? See, when we do export and import, try to understand the exporter company as well as countries is not situated on dockyard. I mean, on the certain dock, and from there they are just producing and sending the supply, and it's very easy. So there are many other costs which are involved when we talk about importing the goods or any supply from outside country to any home country. So those all costs will be the part and parcel, all will be to be included when we going to compute the cost of assessment value. Okay, so this type of question you will definitely going to get in your exam, and thereafter, after getting your assessment value, let me take the revision, you will understand in better way. Okay. Before this, we have already solved the question if the assessment value is given, how to charge the SWS or GST or basic custom duty, IGST, etc., and get the total value, okay, of goods imported or total taxability if there is set off that has to be deducted, etc., etc. Okay. But this kind of question we did. Yes or no? Several questions we based on this concept, and I have asked you and I have shared you also a few of assignment material, and through that also you can practice this kind of questions. Believe me, even though there is objective exam, definitely this type of questions are expected, and we followed this format. If assessment value is given, we will, in that we are going to add the basic custom duty. If there is central balance duty that has to be added, in spite of education says now it is SWS, social welfare charges, that has to be added, and then we get the total cost on that. IGST to be charges, compensation charges says to be applied, and we will get the total value. Okay, so this type of question we did. Now, how to get this assessment value? What we have assumed that goods has been already imported and it is there either on our cargo of flight or dockyard from the ship, if it is from water transport or air transport likewise. Okay. Now, how to arrive this assessment value? And if it is really full length question, then they may ask to derive the assessment value, and after getting the assessment value, add all these things and get the total value of the goods imported or supply value of supply. So today we are going to learn, which we have already seen here. Okay, X factory price and everything. It is small in letters. That's why I'm taking this part. Yeah. Calculation of goods imported So you will find value of material, right, at X factory price. X factory matlab from the factory, at the factory of exporters country. Okay. So wherever there is a exporter country on that, on that country, whatever the cost you have incurred at the at the factory, that will be called as X factory. So this is the cost at X factory. From there, definitely the dockyard or airport will be some in some distance. So again, you have to incur certain cost to take the goods from X factory to that shipment place or dockyard or cargo, etc., etc. So that is going to incur additional cost of carriage, freight, insurance, taking the goods from the X factory to place of shipment of exporters country. Try to understand. We are very clear over here. I'm talking about the cost which are incurred in that country only, not only the cost of manufacturing. Apart from the cost of manufacturing, these costs has to be incurred by them. Then only the goods is feasible and possible to be arrive or derived at importers country. I hope things are clear. And these things are not explained under any act. It is or any section. These are explained under rules of Custom Act. So Rule 10.1 and Rule 10.2 is applicable to get the assessable value of the supply from exporter country to importer country. So X factory price plus carriage, freight, and insurance, right? Either to get to the sea, water, or air, whatever the transport you are using. Even road transport, it will remain the same. Suppose something is imported from Pakistan, or something is imported from China. So from the factory till or wherever there is a border area from where we are getting those goods from other country. So they all, that's why in Excel sheet, I have taken road transport also. Okay, anything is feasible and possible, but majority of the import is through sea or air. So that is to be added. Then charges for loading on ship. Of course, that transporter will take the goods only to the dockyard. Again, from dockyard, you have to ship it. Shipment cost will come. From there, you have to load the product into the, or all kind of goods into the ship. Then also there is an additional cost to be incurred. That is called charges for loading the goods into the ship. Okay, that is to be added. So charges for loading on the ship at shipping port in the exporter country. So if you will add these two, what you are going to get? This is the cost which is known as free on board. Free on board means till boarding. Okay, till boarding, whatever the cost has been incurred is inclusive in that. It is inclusive. So whatever the cost of production they have incorporated, that is X factory price. Again on that, whatever transport, insurance they are incurred till taking the goods into the dockyard or port, that is included. And from that port, again, whatever the cost we have incurred to, load those products into the ship, that is included. So this all inclusive cost is known as FOB. FOB means the cost which has been includes with cost of production, cost of transportation, cost of loading, everything is included there. Okay. I hope till here the things are clear. Any doubt to anyone? Okay. Then if not included in above, then we'll have to take rule 10(1). What? Commission, brokerage, except buying commission. Buying commission should not be included. Okay. Packing cost, except the cost of durable or returnable packing. You must be seeing whenever the goods are exported, it is in big tankers or tank kind of, and again they are returnable. Again in that, again they are putting the goods, and next shipment or next consignment take place. Yes or no? Or if such kind of packing is there, that is not to be considered as a part of cost. But if it is basic packing, which is required for getting the product or to be sold along with the product, those are the part and parcel of ex-factory cost. But here the packing cost, except the durable and returnable packing. Okay, if such kind of packing is there, then that packing cost will not be part and parcel of FOB price or FOB cost. Cost of engineering or development and plan or stage undertaken outside India. Suppose such kind of things is required. Say for example, you have got the imported machinery and that required different kind of layout to be required before installation of those imported machinery, then these all are the cost and will be the part and parcel of cost. Then you have to add the royalties, license fees, value of subsequent resale if payable for foreign supply, value of material supplied by the buyer free of cost, etc. So then this adding the things which is there in rule 10(1) will be the FOB, free on board value as per custom. Okay, this is known as, so in 10(1) what we have? Packing, brokerage, commission, cost of engineering, royalty, license fees. This is all explained under section 10(1). And it is the value which is given in the question. This all you need to take the value which is given in the question. Okay. So try to understand. This is the free on board without taking rule 10(1). What we have included? Of course, the ex-factory price, carriage, freight insurance, and loading charges. This is inclusive of commission, brokerage, packing, engineering, royalty, if it is required. That also to be, try to understand, this all will be required to be paid to the exporter or not? Yes, that is the free on board charge for custom. This still here they will include as a cost of value of those supply. Then after this, cost of freight if not specified. Now you try to understand, ship is ready, everything is loaded. Now from US, the ship is coming to India. So then there will be cost of freight. So after FOB, you have to add the insurance cost, because there might be lot, just now also you have seen in Suez Canal, there was a huge Chinese ship which got stuck, and it is going to incur a loss of crores and crores of rupees. Since more than a week, there was huge traffic. Because of that, huge amount of cost has been involved. So those extra cost of freight will also be part and parcel as value of imported goods. Because see, every cost what the importer is going to incur for that product or services is going to be charged from the customer. That is for sure. They will charge from the customer. Okay. So if the cost is given, no problem. If it is not given, then you take 20% of FOB value. FOB value means free on board value as per custom. This value, उसका 20% लेना है आपको, ठीक है? ship demurrage charges. See, what is ship demurrage charges? Even recently, you must have seen from the big ship, the small ship is coming and they are taking the goods to the dockyard. Okay. Uh, Near to the port, big ship cannot come. Otherwise, again, they will going to, you know, face lot of problem because they require huge amount of water. So these charges will also be added there. Okay. Literage or bearing charges again is to be added there. Insurance if not specified. So keep in mind, if cost of freight is not there, it will be 20% of FOB. If insurance is not there, 1.125% of FOB. Okay. Then it is known as CIF, cost of insurance and freight. And then unloading charges, if not specified, 1%. These are extra charges which is to be added. So try to understand and try to recollect ex-factory cost, the cost which has been incurred at the exporter's country for making those products. From there, what additional cost is required, freight, insurance to taking that product at dockyard or shipping port. From there, again, we required additional cost to loading those products. So that is additionally cost. So this is called FOB price, basic FOB price. But suppose in that we required some additional charges to be incorporated, suppose some drawing charges or some kind of royalty, license fees, those as per section, as per rule 10.1 should also be added, and that will be FOB price for custom as per custom rule. Now I will take you to the, now the ship is ready at exporter countries. Now from there they will come to the importer country. So again, the additional cost will be incurred. What? The cost of transportation, cost of insurance, uh, cost of unloading, etc., etc. So if cost of freight is not there, we will take 20% of FOB price. If cost of insurance is not there, we will consider 1.125% of FOB. If unloading charges is not there, then I will take 1% of CIF, that is cost, insurance, and freight value. Okay, that is, so this is FOB price is nothing cost. Then in that I will add freight and insurance. That is known as CIF. And then add to that unloading charges, you will get accessible value. Any doubt? Then please ask me. Otherwise, we will continue with the question now. Anyone has any doubt, please let me know. And that is what is called as cost, insurance, and freight, CIF, insurance, free on board. This all will come. These are important junctions. And of course, after accessible value, you know how to get the things which we did lot of previous question. Chalo. If you have things are clear, now let me take one questions. And you are going to help me to solve this question. Find out the accessible value of imported goods as per Custom Act 1962. Okay. It's given as cost of machine at the factory of exporting country. It is in US dollar 10,000. Transportation charges incurred by the exporter from his factory to the port for shipment 500. Handling charges paid for loading the machine into the ship $50. Buying commission paid by the importer 50. Freight charges from the exporting country to India is 50. If exchange rate is 1 rupees is equal to 60, $1 is equal to 65 rupees, get the value of imported product. Very simple, I suppose. You can easily get me the answer. Try with your own. Try to get me your answer for this question. It should not take that much time. It's very simple. I think should I solve? Yeah, let me explain. Otherwise, we'll have very little time for practice. So I think here it is given X factory price in the country as $10,000. I will take that $1,000. Carriage and freight, including from his factory to port for shipment, is given $500. This is all in dollars, huh? 65 is given 65 as an exchange rate. Next, what is given? Handling charges for loading the machine into the ship, $50. So that is also there. See, it was very simple. You have not tried. So it will be how much? $10,550. That is FOB price. Now we will see, is there anything brokerage, packing or something like that as per section 10(1)? Okay. So let me check. Buying commission paid by importer. Buying commission, except buying commission will come. That is not there. Okay. Nothing is there. Then only freight charges are there. So this entirely is not going to help us. इसमें से एक भी आइटम नहीं है उनके पास इस क्वेश्चन के लिए. So this is same. So FOB on board and FOB as per custom will remain same. है कि नहीं? Same value आएगा. Why? Because rule 10(1) का nothing is there. Otherwise, it would have changed little bit. But in this question, it is not possible. Then, freight is there. Yes, I will incorporate freight. हम लोग 20% not, we will not consider. Why? Because if not specified, cost of freight is specified. So this part will be deleted. $50. Again, demer charges, literate charges, not there. Now, insurance. Insurance is there. Just check. Insurance is there, not there. But insurance need to be taken. So how much insurance you will take? Insurance I required 1.12, 125% of FOB. इसका 1.125% of FOB. देखो कितना आता है? 10,000. Taking freight charges and here they have included 1,000 they have taken freight, whereas freight is given as 50.